University. As we are running short of the time, so I request this professor to sum up his 5 to 7 minutes.
Hydrogen peroxide radicals, oxygen radicals, singlet oxygen, hydroxyl radicals, superoxide radicals, and all these radicals are highly reactive to the essential biomolecules of our body like DNA, protein, lipids, and responsible for causing the different type of diseases as mentioned here. Out of all, cancer is a major one. Cancer is caused due to these free radicals, as these free radicals interact with the essential biomolecules of our body, responsible for causing the cell mutation and leads to the development of cancer cells. These cancer cells divide, proliferate and spread to the other parts of the organs and other parts and organs of the body called as metastasis, results organ failure and ultimately leading to the death. So, cancer, we all know that there are different types of cancers which affect the human beings. And actually cancer is not a single disease. It is a combination of the number of diseases. And there are about 100 different types of cancers which affect the human beings. But out of all, the prostate cancer, liver, kidney cancer, lung cancer, ovarian cancer, breast cancer, cervical cancer are the most prominent ones in the human beings. There are number of causes and there are different factors that are responsible for causing the cancer, such as inheriting a gene, exposed to certain type of radiations, some toxic chemicals, changing immune system, environmental factors, smoking and improper diet. As a carcinogenic agent in this study, a very important carcinogen, that is N-nitrosodiethylamine, a very important carcinogen listed first in the carcinogenic list published by the reported by the IRC, the International Animal Research Center in 1981, because this compound is frequently present in the environment in a wide range, different type of varieties of foods, just like the dairy products, cheese, butter, curds, and meat products like the salt-dried fishes, alcoholic beverages, soft drinks, few varieties of vegetables like the soybean. This is also present in the herbicides, pesticides, and the different type of other polluting agents that are present in the environment. The major route of exposure of the carcinogenic agent by the ingestion, inhalation, and the dermal contact, as the DNA exposure to the body or to any organ, its exposure increases the peroxidation activity, leads the declination of the different enzymatic as well as the non-enzymatic antioxidant activities in the body, causes oxidative stress, cellular injury, and finally leading to the carcinogenicity. So the specific sites of this compound, liver, lung, kidney, and brain, but out of all, here my focus on the kidney cancer only. So kidney cancer considered the third most common breed food cancer. The incidences and the mortality rate of the kidney cancer is twice in men as compared to women, representing up to 85 to 90% of all the cancer cases. The major risk factors, the important nitrosamine compounds that are frequently present in the environment, and out of different type of nitrosamine compounds, the N-nitrosodiethylamine is the important one. So, to fight this dreadful disease and fearful disease that is cancer, we need a chemopreventive agent, but such chemopreventive agent that's able to rectify this disease completely from the body. But still, there are different type of modern medicines, there are different type of techniques available in the market, but with a range of side effects. So, generally we have three treatment choice. First is the conventional treatment, second is the alternative therapies, third is the integrative approach. The conventional treatment includes a different type of therapies, the radiotherapy, bone beam chemotherapy, thermotherapy, immunotherapy, but all these therapies are generally not preferred. You know very well, because all these therapies not only limited up to the disease or the cancer cells. All these therapies, in fact, caused or harmed the healthy or normal cells. That's the reason, due to number of dropouts, these therapies are not preferred. Second, the alternative therapy. Alternative therapy includes the herbal remedies. Third, the integrated approach. This is the combination of the both of the above therapies. So, the antioxidants are shown to protective effect against all these oxidative stress-related diseases. The two important categories of the antioxidants, the positive as well as the synthetic ones. The synthetic antioxidants are generally not preferred again because and restricted the use of synthetic antioxidants, which is like the BHA, BHT, due to the carcinogenicity. So this warrants the exploration and the evaluation of novel anti-cancer drugs by the national means. So we go for the alternative therapy here. Alternative therapy, which includes the medicinal plants, and medicinal plants used by all the civilizations, mostly by the ancient time. And why we use the medicinal plants as the herbal remedies? Because all these medicinal plants contain a wide range of active ingredients and provide a very protective effect because they contain the bioactive ingredients, the active principles, and all these active principles act as a cleansing agents. So as a chemopreventive agent, we choose Euphorbia nerifolia, a desert plant, belong to family Euphorbiaceae, frequently present in the nearby areas, and that's the reason used as a cheap source of active therapeutic. Why we select this plant? The selection of this plant is based on the phytochemical screening as well as the different antioxidant parameters, and we found that this plant contains a wide range of active therapeutics. But up to 2012, we just know that the Euphorbia nerifolia plants contain only terpenes and some saponins. But first time I was isolated more than 50 flavonoids with the help of the different chromatographic techniques, and all these flavonoids already reported that contain different type of antioxidant activity and act as a cleansing agents. All these are the different parts of the plant. So on the basis of our discussion, to fulfill this aim, the two objectives were performed. Objective first, the evaluation of anti-carcinogenic activity, the different biochemical parameters included in this, and second, the evaluation of histopathological studies provide the supportive evidence to the first parameter. So coming to the methodology, experimental plant, as I already explained, the Euphorbia nerifolia, the food extract was first prepared in 70% ethanol and designed an HEEN, the hydroquinonic extract of Euphorbia nerifolia. Second, for the isolation purpose, the different chromatographic techniques was adopted with the help of the successive extraction method, and both the isolated agent as well as the ethanolic extract used for the tissue protective activity. So for this, the experimental design includes the 72 albuminomyces were divided into the two phases, pre-treatment and post phases, which includes the DNA administrative phase. And on all these different groups, the two parameters, the evaluation of anti-carcinogenic activity as well as the second, performed. Coming to the results and discussion, the objective first, evaluation of the anti-carcinogenic activity, which includes the different biochemical parameters, urea and creatinine, the important markers for the evaluation of kidney disease, and we found that the urea and creatinine both decreased significantly as compared to the control group, but after the administration of plant extract at two dose levels, low and high, and the isolated flavonoids, we found that the DNA administration caused some damage, the cellular damage was rectified with the help of this plant extract. Same with the genobiotic enzymes, the important genobiotic enzymes very necessary to begin the conversion of different carcinogenic agents to conversion of the carcinogenic agents into the water-soluble products for the removal with the help of the excretion. But we found that the cytochrome enzyme as well as the peroxidation both increases in the DNA administrated, means in the carcinogen group. Whereas with the help of the plant extract at 2 dose levels as well as the isolated flavonoids, all the damages with the administered by the DNA rectified. Same the enzymatic and non-enzymatic antioxidant parameters, which includes the SOD, CAT and GSH and GST. We found that after the administration of carcinogenic agent, all these parameters decrease significantly as compared to the control, but after the administration of plant extract and then the administration of DNA and the isolated flavonoids, all these parameters were completely maintained and restored. The in vivo studies were supported with available in the body and to reduce the oxidative stress related disease, that is the hair cancer. So now I want to conclude my study. As compared to the synthetic antioxidant, that is BHA here, the higher dose of plant extract was found to be provide greater effect as compared to the lower dose, as compared to the BHA at 2 dose levels, as well as the isolated flavonoid. So that means this study confirmed the rationale for the corporate use of the plant extract treatment of oxidative stress related diseases, that is the cancer. The significance of this study is to provide a potential source of natural antioxidant and provide a great importance used as a therapeutic agent in preventing or slowing down the different type of degenerative diseases, not only the cancer. So I want to acknowledge for this study my guide, Dr. Veena Sharma, and the head of the department, Professor Veena Sharma sir, and I want to acknowledge the UGC for providing the financial assistance for this project. Thank you. Any question? Thank you. Thank you, Prasida, for your active participation with us today. Now I will request to Ms. Ankita Kushwaha from Biyani Girls College for next presentation. Please welcome Ankita Kushwaha. This is the announcement for the students to go back at conveyance. If you want to stay here, then you have to go on your own. If you want to go, you can, the students back and ways, they can leave if they want. Yeah. Okay, I know all of you are very tired and we are very short of time. So, first of all, I want to extend warm greetings to all the delegates and teachers and students who have come from institutions from India and Japan. And I am here to discuss my work regarding the evaluation of seed extract and leaf extract of coriander on the lead nitrate induced oxidative stress in Swiss albino-melamine, and I am going to basically discuss about the hepatic tissue over here. So this work I have carried out under the supervision and guidance of Dr. Manish sir and Veena ma'am. I am a student of biotechnology in Biyani Girls College as well. So in my presentation outline, basically I am going to discuss about the background of this research And then we directly jump to the experimental design which we have used for this research. And then I would like to discuss mainly about the observations that we made during the process and what results we have obtained. Later we will discuss about the long-term perspectives of this research, and then I will leave it open for discussion. So, beginning with the research background, as we all know that metals have a binding capacity with the DNA, proteins and lipids, and they cause deterioration of the biological macromolecules. Now this is something very basic which all of us know. Why is deterioration? It occurs due to the unbalanced activity of induction of free radicals and no potential antioxidant reserve to actually release the free radical species which has been generated. So this stress is known as oxidative stress, on which lots and lots of work is going on. So in my work I have mainly dealt with the toxicity introduced due to lead. Lead is a potential carcinogen. It has been identified by the International Agency for Research on Cancer. And basically lead toxicity came into picture in occupational workers who were dealing with lead paints or leaded batteries. And it was also a potential threat to young children. The target organ, which is the major target organ, is the central and the peripheral nervous system. So from there, what happens is, once the nervous system has been attacked, so then the renal system, the hepatic system, the cardiovascular system, all of them collaborate, and it leads to several diseases in the body. Now, to treat this disease, basically, metal chelators were identified. But what was found in the long run was that these metal chelators would create cancer-like situations in the body. And it was also identified that they were leading to several allergic reactions. And since I am dealing with the hepatic tissue, I want to tell you that lots and lots of enzymes developed into the hepatic tissue. And these enzymes were leading to less functional capability of the liver. So, lots of research work is again going on to identify the phenolic compounds and flavonoids and the bioactive components which have antioxidative properties. So, from here our research moves forward, and we come to a point where the medicinators cannot be used. So why not try generating the bioactive components or identifying the bioactive components which are already present. So basically plants, from the history of mankind, it has been the ancient physicians, they did not know about the bioactive components which are present. They were not aware of the chemical constituents, but they were definitely aware of the active roles that were being played. This is the reason why herbal medicines have been in practice for a long-term period, and these chemical constituents are very similar in their functioning to the conventional drugs. So herbal medicines and conventional drugs are very much similar in their mode of action, and they also have their similar side effects. So basically the research work that has been carried out, 12,000 chemical constituents have already been identified, and I want to tell you that this is only 10% of the chemical constituents that are present in the plant. So lots and lots of work can be done in this direction, and lots of bioactive components can still be identified or waiting to be identified. Now, cutting it short, I want to discuss about the basic design that we use for this research. So, basically, we prepared two extracts of coriander. One was the seed extract and one was the leaf extract. We took ethanolic extract of seed because the total phenol content in the seed extract is higher. After preparing these extracts, in our study we took 24 Swiss albino mice. We divided them into 4 groups, and each group had 6 mice. So lead nitrate toxicity was induced in them on a regular basis at a dosage of 50 milligrams. And after induction of lead nitrate toxicity, we used these coriander extracts, the 2 extracts that we have prepared. We started subjecting the lead nitrate treated mice with these doses for 33 days. So after that, after the 33 days were over, the life of this mice, it was given rest for 1 day. And then they were killed under light from anesthesia, and then the hepatic tissue was analyzed for the further analysis. So after excising the hepatic tissue for further analysis, we have basically studied 10 major oxidative and biochemical parameters. So I really want to move towards those because we are running short of time. I will not discuss much in detail. So I simply want to move towards the results. So The first parameter that we studied was the lipid peroxidation level. So lipid peroxidation is basically auto-oxidation of the free polyunsaturated fatty acids which are already present. So what happens is when there is no antioxidant reserve, that is when we have induced the lead nitrate toxicity, as you can see in the group 2 minus, the LPO level has increased. Why has it increased? It is because now the auto-oxidation is occurring and there are no antioxidant reserves to scavenge these free radical oxygen species that are generated. Now what we saw was that after treatment with the coriander extract, so I want to bring your attention to this. The coriander extract in the group 3 was the economic extract and this was the leaf extract. Now we have taken different doses just to highlight this point that the total phenolic content of the economic extract was higher. So you can see the result. So the effect of LPO was reversed when treated with coriander extract. Similarly, I would like to play out the calculated them spectrophotometrically. So similar results were obtained, which you can see for yourself. On treatment with lead nitrate, these are marker enzymes, so they increase due to the toxicity, and then they were treated with coriander extract, so they had a preventive effect. So these are also the two parameters that we studied. Now the total protein level. Now as we know that protein play a major role in the building up of the tissue. So you can see that the protein level was decreased when exposed to lead nitrate, and then it increased on treatment with coriander. Similarly for the cholesterol level had actually increased when treated with lead nitrate, and then it decreased on treatment. So what conclusion we can derive from all these results? Actually, I have made study of a lot of parameters, but the result that I have generated is almost similar. So what we can see that coriander extract is actually preventing the oxidative damage that is induced by lead. Also what we are seeing is that most of the parameters, whatever their effect has been due to lead nitrate toxicity, it is reversed with the treatment with coriander extract. So for further long-term study of this project or long-term plans for this project can be the isolation and characterization of bioactive components, then evaluating the pharmacokinetics, and in long-term it will be drug discovery for community healthcare. So now, since we are also running short plan and it's almost done, I want to show you some of the major references that I have referred to during this, and I want to thank the authorities of Biyani College for providing support to this study, and now I leave it open for discussion. So please, you're all welcome to ask your questions, if any. I want to ask you one thing. Using the hepatic parameters, AST, ALT and LP. No, yeah, the hepatic oxidative and biochemical parameters. For the marker parameters, what did you use, the tissue or either the serum? No, we use the extract. We actually from the we size the tissue, then we prepare the supernatant. We use the enzyme. All these parameters performed on the tissue are either on the serum. No, on the extract. We took the tissue, we prepared an extract, and then we did things on the tissue. So how is it possible the level of AST and that means the liver marker enzymes increased in the tissue? Because after the damage, all these tissues, the important enzymes released into the blood, into the circulation. Okay, so we have made, actually we have made study of the enzyme fraction which we have generated after centrifugation of the tissue extract. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Because this is a hepatic disease, no? Yes. Hepatic tissue damage हुआ है आपका. So at the time of hepatic tissue damage, all these parameters and all these enzymes released into the circulation. That's the reason the level of these enzymes decrease in the tissue, whereas increase in the serum. Okay, so actually, this is not possible, no? These are marker enzymes, right? So they are released during the acute toxicity. Yes, acute toxicity. So what we have observed over here is that during the acute toxicity, when we are introducing lead nitrate, yes. So this has been observed that these marker enzymes significantly increase in amount. And then from what you are saying, I can understand. Actually, after a prolonged time, when we again study the parameters, there is not much difference. But this study is of the immediate time, right? After a prolonged time, I have studied that these marker enzymes do not increase or show because they have moved to the serum, so they do not show any But this is of the immediate time. Actually, we take only 1 day break for the mice, and then we immediately perform the experiment. So that's why. Okay, so I want to thank all of you for your keen attention throughout the presentation, because I know everyone is very tired now. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Ankita. Now it's the time for honoring our speakers. So I would like to request Professor Biyani sir to kindly give the momentum to Professor Vinay Sharma sir.
That a huge round of applause for Professor Vinay Sharma sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence. Again, I would request to Biyani sir to present our token of gratitude to our eminent speaker, to Dr. Thomas Sundaram sir. Please have a huge round of applause for Dr. Thomas Sundaram sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your valuable time. Thank you, sir. We also pay a big thanks to Professor Ohuki for chairing this session very effectively, and also give the best compliments to our youth researchers for their bright future.
So we have eminent speakers for technical sessions 2 years. So I would like to request Professor Biyani sir for the floral welcome of Professor Rajpali sir. Sir has done his PhD from Banaras University, and presently he is working in the Department of Mathematics in the University of Rajasthan.
Sir, thank you. It's an honor to have you.
I would like to request again Professor Biyani sir for the floral welcome of Professor Naseem Ahmed sir.
Please welcome Professor Naseem Ahmed.
Sir has done from Aligarh Muslim University and working as Associate Professor in Department of Chemistry in IIT